Welcome, brothers. I'm JK Mazie, founder and head coach at PornReboot.com. Today we're going to be talking about why affirmations don't work when it comes to rebooting. Now, early in my reboot, I was really into self-development. I've spoken about this in the past. And one of the things I really tried to apply to my reboot was positive affirmations. And you might have tried the same thing as well, only to find that they don't work for you. Now, I tried affirmations like, 1 year from now, I am no longer under the control of my sexual behavior. Or 90 days from now, I will no longer masturbate. Or a year from now, I will be in a wonderful, loving relationship with a beautiful woman, and I will no longer be under control of pornography. Whatever the affirmation that you use, you may have found out that some worked for you, but most of them didn't. And I found that to be the case most of the time. So today I'm going to share something with you from inside one of our group coaching programs. And this is how we teach men in our program how to actually program their unconscious mind. Now, whenever you tell yourself something or give yourself a command or an affirmation, especially a positive one, if your unconscious mind doesn't agree with it, well, it's not going to happen. And that's the big problem. Many men are working against their brain instead of with their brain. The truth is, there are many limiting beliefs that you've picked up over the years. If you've been trying to end this behavior for 3, 4, 5 years, and you give your unconscious mind a command that says, a year from now, I will no longer be under the control of pornography, it has no data to back that up. So it's going to be like, dude, that's not going to happen because you've never done it. But you are not aware of that. You're saying this consciously, but if your conscious mind and your unconscious mind do not work together, nothing's going to happen. So here's what works instead. And don't take my word for it. Try it out and let me know how it works in the comment section below, or join our Facebook group. There's a link to join it in the description of the video below, and share how this worked out for you. Instead, we use questions. Here's how it works. Let's say you're a married man whose wife just caught him viewing pornography for the second or third time. You promised her that you were in control of your behavior, and then you slipped, and she's been asking you how you're doing, but you keep lying. Then she caught you again. Now you're in trouble, and your relationship is on the rocks. So you get serious about taking care of your out-of-control behavior. And one of the things you're doing is you give yourself this positive affirmation about your relationship. So you say something like, a year from now, I have a wonderful relationship with my wife, and I'm no longer under the control of masturbation and pornography. Or 3 months from now, I'm fully in control of my sexual behavior, and I have a wonderful, fulfilling, exciting sex life with my partner. Now, your unconscious mind goes, fuck that. I don't believe that. You have no proof of that, and you don't know. And so your relationship keeps getting worse. A lot of times guys will say something like, man, I need to fix my relationship with my wife. I need to fix my PIED and get my penis working. Whenever you say, I need to do something, what's going to happen is when you screw that thing up, your unconscious mind is just going to beat you up. It's going to be like, you see, that's why you need to do this. That's all it's going to do. It's not going to be like, dude, you need to do that. Let's get working on it. It will simply approve what you need to do. So when you ask a question, the question in the case of relationships would go, can I fix my relationship with my wife so that we can move past this issue with porn addiction and generate more intimacy in our relationship? Or what can I do each day to change and improve my relationship with my wife so that we can generate more intimacy in our relationship? The reason why questions like that would work is because there's nothing you have said that your unconscious mind can resist. Everything it says makes sense. And that's actually how your unconscious mind takes commands. Can I fix my relationship? That's a question. And your unconscious mind is going to be like, well, can you? So that is now something that you have to prove. so that I generate more intimacy in my relationship. Your unconscious mind goes like, okay, well, there is a goal. So now we have a question of can I, yes or no, is it possible, what can we do? And there's a goal. So a question with a goal is how your unconscious mind works. When you ask a question in the form of, what can I do each day? Immediately your unconscious mind starts working. It goes like, well, what can you do each day to fix your relationship or to improve your relationship? But then you drop a specific goal as a question at the end so that I can improve my relationship. What can I do each day to change my relationship with my wife, move past this porn addiction issue, and generate more intimacy? So it already knows that as it answers the question, it needs to answer this question in a way that is going to help you generate more intimacy and move past this porn addiction issue. But when you say you need to do it, nothing's going to happen. When you ask a question like this, it activates your unconscious mind to start looking for answers everywhere. And before you know it, you're going to start doing things that way. And before you know it, you're going to start doing the things you need to do to fix your relationship. Now, the example I gave you was for relationships, but feel free to use that when it comes to boundaries. What can I do to make sure that when I'm bored, I don't end up browsing without any purpose and ending up watching pornography? What can I do to control my objectification of women when I'm out in public? Who can I reach out to help me? Who can I reach out to keep me accountable to this course that I'm going through? What is something that I can do every day to make sure that I start my day in a positive and happy state? And that is a more effective way to program your unconscious mind and work with your brain as opposed to against it. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you found it helpful, please go ahead and subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notifications every time I release a video. Now, I release 4 videos each week. And if you'd like to chat more with me, if you have questions for me about any aspect of your sexual life or your relationship life, go ahead and join our Facebook group. There's a link to it in the description below the YouTube video. And if you are at a point in your life where you are sick and tired of trying to do this on your own, you're tired of relapsing, you're done with using willpower, and you would like to use a system that will predict your reboot and let you know what's going to happen next, which will predict your relapses, which will predict your slips, where you can get an accountability partner. If you would like access to a mentor, a professional who has been there before, who can guide you through this process, then you may be a good fit for our group coaching program. Go ahead and fill out an application using the link in the description below to speak to one of my team members to find out if you're qualified for our group coaching program. Have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you in a couple of days.